Welcome back, everybody. It is now time for the second period. Well, at least it should be. Both teams aren't on the ice. That's just because the ice people, the Zamboni, just got off the ice. So, yeah, in fact, the period's supposed to start in about 50 seconds, but it'll probably at least be another minute and a half or so. But what do I know? Quite a lot, that's for sure. But here we go. They closed the doors, so I think, because I could see them, they're lined up down there. At least the Muskies are. So I mean, people downstairs in the tunnel are waving them on, and here they come. Frenchies, they had a strong start to this first, but since then, well, no, they have had a strong first. The whole first period was pretty darn good, except for that one Waterloo goal, but that went off a deflection, and, you know, sometimes those things happen, so. But we hope things will be a lot more prettier for Sioux City, for sure. Lights are on. We are ready to go. 20 minutes on the clock. I have a feeling this is going to be a really fun second period here. Of course, we'll switch sides here as we normally do, so we gotta... I gotta look at Waterloo a little more. Basically, that's what that means. Which is not a good thing, but that happens. Taking the draw will be William Tomko and Colin Emery. And we are off and underway here in this second period. Here's Lions with it, winning the draw. Carr immediately throws it back behind the net there of Dane Calloway. Calloway with it, down low in the corner. On out Schultz, a shot save made there by Calloway. Taken back down into the corner. Here's Christian Lyons with it. Lyons sends it back behind the net of Calloway. Spun around the other way, Lyons. Here's Lyons behind the net there for William Tomko. Tomko in the corner. Spun out Jeffress. Here's Jeffress, a shot. Long shot went wide. Now Lyons with it into the corner. Lyons picked up by Carr. Carr tipped into the circle. Jeffress picked up there by Dylan Nolan. Now Waterfeld gets shoved and taken down by Carr. Boy, don't mess with him. That's Jeffress with it. Jeffress back behind the net. Olsen shot, right through Calloway. Did he get that? Yes. Boy, oh boy. Tomko, an odd-angled rebound, and somehow it ended up in between the legs of Calloway. That's just amazing. Normally, goaltenders don't get that lucky, but Calloway did, so there you go. Face-off will come to the right of Calloway, taking the draw. Vatne and well, whoever. Waterloo can't decide who they want out there. And usually it's supposed to be the home team that gets the last change. And I think Sioux City they wanted to get one more change in. I think they apologized, just said, you know what? Our bad, whatever. That happens. Face-off's won. Here's Vikla with it. Vikla out towards center ice. Vikla tipped down. Colin Olsen. That's an old Musketeers name right there. Derek Olsen. Boy, Colin Olsen hasn't played for Sioux City in 12 years. And he was a goaltender, so unless we got goaltenders actually playing the game, I don't think so. Boy, imagine if a goaltender could play like a actual player. That would just be hilarious, if I do say so myself. Martini will take the draw here with DeGraff. Well, now Vatne comes out, Dyer comes in. Here's Derek Olson with it. Olson sent out towards center there. Dinovich with it. Dinovich picked up there. Carlson a shot stopped by Shea and some extras afterwards. Yeah, good job, Waterloo. See, I'm trying to see. Is there another Carlson on this team? Because it's one of those things where he has a first initial in front of his name, so I don't see one, so great. Now we're just making up stuff now. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. A minute and a half into this one. Viviano wins the draw. Puck taken down into the corner. Derek Olson with it. Olson there now for Luke Gary. Luke Gary down there with Rode. Here's Rode. On over there for Marquardt. Marquardt. Russell sends it back behind the net. Well, James Russell, at least he has a reason to have a first initial in front of his name. Luke Gary with it up the left side. Gary feeds it on O'Leary. A shot deflected wide by Callaway. Blocked and wide, I should say. Here's Viviano with it. Viviano picked up there by James Russell behind the net. Russell just kind of stands there. Although Waterloo was making a change, so I wonder why. Russell up the left side. Potter with it down into the corner. Sent off the boards. Luke Gary with it. Gary just kind of pauses at the blue line. On back, Derek Olson. Here's Olson down low. Potter. You already have one tonight. Might as well get another. Here's Lafleur with it up the right side. Lafleur dumps it down into the corner. Poirier with it behind the net. Poirier picked up there. Rio Treharn, I should say. Treharn out towards center. Lenny Geiger with it. Geiger on Booten in front. Intercepted there by Treharn behind the net. Treharn picked up there by Lafleur. Lafleur off towards, a big hit. Oh my goodness. And now Geiger jumps in. Oh, Geiger dropped the gloves. And now he's fighting Lafleur. Lafleur at the right. Geiger trying to respond. Geiger and Lafleur. Geiger, he's holding up well. Geiger gets a few right ones in. And Geiger with the takedown. Just buries him. Whoa, my! 2 fights in a row. And if Lafleur wants to be an idiot, let him. Don't screw with us. Boy, Poirier tried to be a humongous schmuck, and then Geiger comes in and makes sure he hears about it. And now the Zebras are talking. Well, Bailey got kicked out of the game and got suspended tonight for a fight. If they do that with Geiger, I swear to God. Now I don't know what they're discussing. It's plain and simple. Oh, well, now the one referee's going to review something. I wonder if they're going to review the play to Poirier, because Lafleur took down Poirier. He was roughing him up. And then Geiger came in and said, you know what? I'll take matters into my own hands. Woo! everybody's yelling for no reason. I don't know why. Oh, and now they're chanting Lanny. Lanny! 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 Wow.
That was my handful.
Uh-huh.
Well, the thing is, I watched the walking. Their player was one of our.
Yeah, yeah.
He ran over like,
Nuh-uh. I would do the same. Well, now the one referee and the one linesman, they're still talking. I mean, oh my God, and the one linesman has a stash. The one reviewing. I mean, what is there to review? I mean, Lenny came in and kicked some ass. That's all.
I know.
Alrighty. Well, here we go. Let's see what the ref has to say.
What happened in 17? Their 17 was Bowder started to fight the guy who's on top of him, and Leonard's like, no.
Exactly. I know.
5 minutes each for fighting. That's it. This time, 27 on Sioux City is also getting misconduct for helmet removal.
What? For doing what? So now, what did he do? There he is! Pumping everybody up as he goes off the ice! I don't know what he did. I mean, Lenny, that's just called sticking up for your own player. I mean, boy, not only did Lenny give some punches and receive some punches, he was dodging them too. I mean, luckily enough, there won't be a power play or anything like that, but it's just absolutely stupid that they would add something on to Lenny Geiger. But what do I say when we go to review? The referees always take so long to make a stupid call. And that's exactly what they did. Golly. Back now, Alex Doyle's going to get an explanation. It's not going to be a good one, that's for sure. Uh-oh, are we going to go back to review? Oh, yeah, they're going to challenge that. As they should. Because what did Lenny do besides stand up for his own guy, for God's sake? Like, come on. But if you know what, if we want to play those games, I'll play them. So I wonder if maybe they're gonna. No, I bet you, Geiger getting kicked out. I think that's guaranteed. They're just gonna challenge to see if the Waterloo guy gets kicked out. LaFear. between. And it's going. And no one knows what does the fox say. Now, what do I say now that they're reviewing? They're going to take a long time to review something and then end up making the wrong call. Case in point, right now, as he heads out of the box to make the announcement. Wait! We're cheering, but I think they just gave Sioux City a penalty. I don't know, but... So nothing. For now, it's nothing. So face-off will come in front of the Waterloo bench. We're only 3 minutes and 16 seconds into this period, folks. So here we go. Topko wins the draw. It gets back to Stanger. Stanger feeds it on. Poirier up the left side. Tipped by Schneider. Bounces into the corner. Here's Lalibert with it. Lalibert in the corner in a scramble for Schneider with it behind the net. Schneider whack. Icing's called. Removing the helmet, I guess it's what it was, but... I don't know. We'll get it all sorted out, and we'll know here in a few minutes what exactly transpired. Schultz will take the draw with Colin Emery. Emery wins the draw. Here's Olsen with it. Olsen back behind the net. Olsen behind the net there for Max Jakob. Trey Jeffress sent out towards center. Here's Schultz with it. Schultz down low, pass across. Whoa! Jeffress and Tomko went, holy smoke, sliding into the boards. Careful, careful, careful. Here's Schultz with it out towards center. Schultz crossing the blue line, hands it back. Jeffress. Jeffress a shot stopped by Callaway. Rebound, he lost it, but he does finally cover it up. And some extras afterwards. Oh, and Tupko, he just took down DeGraff. That's two. And you know what? If you want to throw Topko out as well, let's do it. Let's play that game. Topko's arguing right now as he should. I don't even think he got a penalty yet. Well, it looks like Topko won't get a penalty. Thank God. But boy, Waterloo, they are so weak. It's unbelievable. So O'Leary, Gary, and Gary out there. DeGraff will take the draw with O'Leary. Things are heating up, and I love it. O'Leary wins the draw. They have a hard time getting it out of the draw, though. Puck taken all the way out towards center. Here's DeGraff with it. DeGraff up towards center. Picked up by Luke Gary down low into the corner there for Carlson. Shea down into the corner. Carr with it behind the net. Carr tipped there. O'Leary towards center. Toby Carlson with it. Given away. Here's Luke Gary with it up the right side. Taken away. Toby Carlson right back. 2-on-2 the other way. Here's Carlson. Feeds it on DeGraff. Here's DeGraff in the corner. DeGraff on across Dinovich. Dinovich, a shot got blocked. Here's Luke Gary with it back the other way. Coming up on a 3-on-2. Gavin Gary who has it. Can't quite control it. Langfeld into the corner. Langfeld spun it around the boards. Picked up there by Vikla. Vikla down into the corner. Vikla back behind the net. Dinovic will handle this one. Dinovic sends it down ice. Shea will handle this one. That's Vatne up the left side. Here's Aiden Dyer with it. Dyer up the right side. Dyer on across to Vatne. Vatne in the circle. Pass out in front. Tip is there. Dyer. Now Road with it. Road towards center. At least he's trying to get it out towards center. Here's Dyer with this one. Dyer, a shot went wide to Callaway. Picked up there by Vatne in the corner. Vatne out to the blue line. Olsen shot save. Made Callaway. He got interfered with. But Martineau with it down into the corner. Martineau back behind the net. Here's Road with it. Road down into the corner. Road behind the net into the corner. Road out towards center. Here's Martineau with it. Martineau picked up Luke Gary. Nice pass across. Putin top. Oh, stopped by Callaway. Then he got tripped up. Martineau with it. Martineau. My goodness. Here's Gold with it out the blue line. Gold to Olsen in the circle. Olsen shot at the side. Out in front. Putin just went wide. Here's Olsen with this one. Luke Gary out in front. Potter to Gold. Stopped by Callaway. Woo! 13-15 left to go in the second. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. 13-15 left to go in the second period. We are tied at one apiece, but boy, this has been a fiery start to the second period. Absolutely unbelievable start to this. It's just funny how those things work sometimes. Potter will take the draw with Adam Tim. Well, now they have a hard time getting it out of the dot. Uh-oh! Somebody took down to Neil Booten right off the draw. My goodness. Here's Schneider with it. Trey Harn with it. Uh-oh, and then they tripped up Luke Gary. Shot was saved there by Shea. Olsen with it out towards center. Here's Hayden Russell. At least I think it is. I don't care at this point, but Russell with it back behind the net there. Derek Olsen, long toss tip there by Luke Gary. He'll head back to the bench. James Russell with it behind the net. Russell on over to Hayden Russell. Off the boards, down into the corner. Mason Stanger picks this one up. Stanger behind the net. Now Trey Harn. He gets knocked down there by Stanger. There's a scramble for behind the net. Trey Harn in the circle. Feeds it on out. Lalibert, a shot went wide. Here's Potter with it back the other way. Potter feeds it on to Jeffress. This is a 4-on-2. Schultz couldn't handle the pass. It's Schultz down into the corner. Pushed away by Lalibert. Might as well not call that either. Vikla out towards center. Vikla batted away. Here's Waterfeld with it. Waterfeld pass across was blocked there by Stanger. Behind the net. Stenger picks this one up off the boards towards center there for Vikla. Emery picked up there by Nolan. Shot. Shea gets it with the pad into the corner. Schultz out towards center. I think that hit off of somebody from Waterloo in their bench, which should be out of play, but no, it's not, I guess. Puck will be sent down ice wide of Callaway. No icing called. Marquardt with it behind the net. I think he wanted it, but he wasn't going to get it. And Tomko gets a nice hit on to Hayden Russell. O'Leary with it. Now James Russell has him pinned up against the boards. Here's Toby Carlson with it. Carlson out towards center, 2-on-2. Nolan sends it. Pass was caught there by Shea. Now Jakob into the hands of Trey Jeffress up the right side. Jeffress, Sun on there. Gavin Gary behind the net there for Callaway. Callaway picked up James Russell on angle. Well, it just took a funny hop off the corner. Now Gavin Gary with the behind the net. Gary out to the blue line. Jakob on slap shot. Olsen stopped by Callaway. Out Gavin Gary with it down there into the corner. Tomko, ooh, just kind of buries Marquardt. And then there's a big hit on one of our guys. I couldn't tell who it was before they went down. Now it's just in a scramble for. The guy's buried down there. I mean, Marquardt, that was Luke Gary. Uh-oh, Luke Gary and DeGraff. They were about to drop gloves. I would have loved to have seen that. Here's Toby Carlson. A shot went wide. Picked up there by Rode. In front, Carlson. Shot saved by Shea. Uh-oh, Gary tripped up. Come on. Here's Dinovich with it. Let's not get stupid here, please. Marquardt with this one. Well, now they call a penalty on somebody. And it's on us, I believe. And Luke Gary and Dinovich going after each other. And then Callaway has a few words to say to some of the Musketeers guys on their way back to the bench. Well, it is a media timeout, and we will be back in a minute. My goodness. Ref, you suck. Ref, you suck. Welcome back, everybody. Gosh. In fact, they were going to give Gavin Gary a penalty, and now they just gave him a misconduct, I believe. Because Luke Gary was getting, hooked, whacked, shoved up against the boards, everything. So he decides to stand up for his own player, his own brother, and then we got to pay the consequences for it. Oh, so he just got 2 for abuse official. Oh, so he said some words that hurt his feelings. Poor baby. God. You know what? That's exactly what this game deserves right there. If I had the opportunity, I'd abuse the official as well. You darn right I would. Oh. So now they're sending Gavin Gary to the locker room. Because the referee has the softest skin of all time. You suck. Hey. Yes, he does. Boy, this... And I'm surprised this is only tied at 1. Because when the officiating is as bad as it is, like it is, well, mainly this second period, I mean, that usually means we lose. Boy, this, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. I gotta be honest. I wonder what kind of a misconduct they give Gavin. It better be only for 10. Because this is just getting ridiculous. Lalibert with it. Lalibert. Shot was stopped by Shea. Oh, they just gave him a 10. Thank God. Face-off will come to the right of Shea, taking the draw of Viviano and Dyer. Da-dun, da-da-da-da-da-da. Annie, are you okay? You okay? You okay, Annie? Go something like that, I think. Oh, no, a head on Russell. Here's a shot towards the net. It went behind Callaway. On-angled shot by Dyer went through the crease. Here's Lyons with it. Lyons. He's taken down there by Ty Mason. Now Vatne dumps it back behind the net of Vatne. Vatne in the corner. Vatne picked up there. Viviano sends it out towards center. And Shea gloves it up. Emery will take the draw with Tomko. Yeah. There's Waterfeld. A shot went wide into the corner. Some guy was dancing in the next section over. Uh-oh. 3-on-2 developing back the other way. Tomko with this one. Tomko. Nice pass across. Jeffress, a shot deflected up high and out of play. Face-off will come to the left of Callaway. Tomko will take the draw with Emery. Face-off's won. Here's Waterfeld with it. Waterfeld up the right side. Waterfeld down into the corner. There for James Russell. Down low, Waterfeld in the corner. Waterfeld back behind the net. Waterfeld on out to James Russell. Russell sent back behind the net, Emery. Picked up there by Nolan. Here's Nolan in the corner. Poked out Tomko. Now we got a 3-on-2 developing back the other way, but James Russell deflected the pass. That one's tipped down into the corner. Schneider is there. Here's Schneider with it. Picked up James Russell. Russell off the boards there. Waterfeld, well, he got held. Nothing called, surprising. There's a shot save made there by Shea, and now another shot went right through the crease. Here's Schneider with it. Schneider on over Lalibert. Lalibert on Schneider. One-time shot. Rolls into the corner. Schneider out towards center. Lalibert now with it. Sends it down into the corner. Here's Stenger with it behind. Stenger. Tip now Poirier with it. Poirier there for Tomko. Schneider sent down into the corner. Callaway feeds it back behind the net. Lalibert just stands there. Just stands there. Like an idiot. Lalibert. Toby Carlson couldn't handle the pass. Here's O'Leary. Hands it off to Luke Gary, although he runs into a glob of Waterloo guys. Luke Gary just kind of shoved Schneider away. Thought they'd get into something. There's DeGraff with it. DeGraff, a shot went wide. Rebound, well, went nowhere, that's for sure. Some wins nowhere, man. Dun, dun, dun. It goes something like that. There's a shot gloved up by Callaway. Oh. Who's going after Luke? Don't do that. Face-off will come to the right of Callaway. Vikla will take the draw with Aiden Dyer. Face-off's one. Puck will roll into the corner here. Dinovich with it out towards center. Here's Christian Lyons now. Lyons sends it on. Gavin Carr off the boards. Tipped there by Luke Gary. Down into the corner behind the net. Callaway wanted icing. He wasn't going to get it. Puck took a weird bounce off the boards. It rolls into the circle. Here's Vikla with it there for Dinovich. Dinovich out towards center. There's Tim. Tim into the corner, back behind the net. Here's Card. Tip behind Hayden Russell. Back Dinovich. Lays it back behind the net. Dyer with it. Dyer sends it all the way down ice. I think it might have hit the top of, or somebody on the Musketeers bench and came back in, but anyway, puck sent off the boards for icing.
Are you sick and tired of being tired? I was. That's what we did. That's how they got
Face off will come to the right of Callaway. It's driving me out of my mind. Face off will come to the right of Callaway. Face-off's one. Here's Olsen with it. Takes a shot. Save made by Callaway. Here's Booten now on back. Olsen, one-time shot. Save Callaway. Rebound. Couldn't come up with the Vatne there in front. Callaway's laying down. Shot stopped by Callaway. Whacked down. Out to the blue line, Olsen. My goodness. Olsen on over to Gold. Here's Gold at center. Oh, he gets cross-checked. And nothing called. Wow. Olsen shot up high. Trey Horn out towards center, sent down into the corner. Boy, it's just one of those things. Martineau there for Vatne. Vatne on Martineau's shot got blocked by Marquardt. Taken out towards center. Booten now takes this one. Booten picked up there by Shane Gould. Here's Gould at the blue line. Now there for Booten. Gold at the blue line. Gold in the circle. Out there in front, Martineau. Tip Booten. Now Martineau in the circle. Martineau sends it on to Gold. Gold, a shot saved by Callaway. Gold again. Into the corner, back behind the net. Schultz out Tomko at the blue line. Tomko, there's Gold. Gold, down low, Jeffress, picked up Schultz, wraparound drive front, oh, Callaway, it's covered up. Well, it wasn't completely covered up, but Tomko had it in a stick, but he blew the whistle anyway. And Callaway is down. Although he is up, which is good. Got a little dinged up, but nothing too serious. Face-off will come to the left of Callaway. Jeffress will take the draw with Emery. Jeffress wins the draw. Somebody broke their stick off the face-off. Somebody from us. I think it was Tomko. Here's Tim with it behind the net. There's Jeffress out in front. Schultz, a shot deflected up high and out of play. Like, perfect target, but couldn't pull it in. Face-off will come to the left of Callaway. DeGraff will take the draw with Tomko. DeGraff wins the draw. Here's Lalibert with it. Down into the corner. Lalibert in a scramble for. Lalibert out towards center. Spun around. Schultz takes this one. Schultz picked up there by Christian Lyons. Lyons out there in front. Lalibert with it back behind the net. James Russell with it. Russell, he gets knocked down. Tomko there back behind the net. Tomko, there's James Russell. Russell sends it. And it lands. Oh, and Jakob! Absolutely obliterated. Carlson, the new guy. Callaway also got ran over. Oh! And then Jeffress was about to go after it with Langfeld. You act a fool, you deserve to get obliterated into the boards. All right, Tomko's mad, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Oh, 3:42 left to go in the second. Holy. Potter will take the draw with Emery. Emery wins it. Puck taken back behind the net. Dinovic is there. Stanger taken out towards center. Dinovic up the right side. Takes a shot save made by Shea. And then Poirier took him down behind the net. Excuse me. It's that Powerade I'm burping up. Icing. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. Tim will take the draw with O'Leary. Tim wins the face-off. Shot immediately went wide from Hayden Russell. There's another shot, save made by Shea. Puck's taken there by O'Leary. O'Leary picked up there by Luke Gary. Luke Gary set off the boards out towards center. Schneider will have this one. Schneider there for Tim. offsides. I don't know whose Waterloo was, but it's like, don't touch the puck. Puck will roll into the corner there for Lalibert. O'Leary knocked him into the boards. Here's Schneider with it, out towards center. Schneider. Off the boards, down into the corner, behind the net. Shea will take this one. Shea around the boards there for Dyer. Picked up at center. Dyer. Nice moves. Dyer. Oh, he got tripped up! My goodness! I mean, it wasn't the most obvious of trips, or not the most whatever you want to call it, but it was there. But you know what? Karma, I tell ya. Taylor Swift wrote a song about it. Stanger out towards the blue line. Stanger, pass on over Vatne. Try pulling that again, I dare ya. Vatne there, pass is blocked by Mason, kept in by Stanger. Mason picks this one up. Mason, although, and Dyer tripped him up. At least they didn't call Dyer, because if he did, I would have really had a fit. Here's Dinovich, shot went wide off the boards. Vikla in the corner, picked up there by Mason at the blue line. Mason, Viviano with it, back behind the net there for Christian Lyons. Here's Lyons. Off the boards, tip Martineau. Icing waved off, 1:14 left to go in the second period. Oh, nice hit on Mason. Their captain. Lyons feeds it on over, wide open. Gavin Carr back to Christian Lyons. Here's Lyons, a Tomko shot, stopped by Callaway. 1 minute left to go in this one. Tomko gets in the face of Reed. Here's Mason with it towards center. There might be 52 seconds left to go in the period, but I don't think the period's going to end when the clock hits 000. That's all I'm going to say. Lyons with this one. Lyons set on over there. Schultz off the boards, down into the corner, behind the net. Picked up there by Lalibert. Now on Jeffress in the corner. Jeffress taken off the boards, Toby Carlson. Lalibert behind the net. Lalibert. Ooh. O'Leary got into the face of Dinovich. 15 seconds left to go here in this one, and that one's into the Waterloo bench. Boy, Toby Carlson and Tomko. Their necks almost went together. Face-off will come in front of the Musketeers bench. Dyer will take the draw. Uh-oh. Something's going on between Tomko and... Or no, that's not Tomko. That's Carr and somebody else. Maybe that is Tomko. Yeah, Dinovich and Or no, it's O'Leary, actually. So we have Luke Gary, Aiden Dyer, and Kyle O'Leary out there. Face-off's one. Puck sent off the boards down into the corner behind the net. There now Nolan with it. Nolan back behind the net. Schneider just kind of stands back there. 1 second left to go. Off the glass, and that'll do it for 2 periods of play. Luke Gary and Schneider still going after each other. Like I said, this period wasn't going to end once the clock hit 000. Because Schneider decided to be a doofus, that's why. Well, boy, that was quite a period. No scoring, but a lot of physicality for sure. At the 3:16 mark, of course, Lafleur and Geiger fought, and then Geiger somehow got called for removing his opponent's helmet, which he did. And I would have done the same damn thing, people, okay? So there you go. Anyway, we'll take a break. Oh, yeah, and then Gavin Gary got a 10-minute misconduct for abuse official. So, yeah, that was nice, too, as well. We'll take a break. Oh, and Waterloo players coming off. They're really getting it from the Sioux City faithful. And, boy, should they. Should they ever. Yeah. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Third period.